friends, and welcome back to my channel. I am back again with something new for all of you all, that you can use in your language and make your English even better. So, as the screen says, how to use in lieu of in a sentence. How should you use in lieu of in a sentence? Okay. Now, in lieu of is something which should be used, okay, in the informal English. So, whenever in offices, if you are addressing an audience or addressing anyone, or if you even in written English, if you're writing something, you can make use of in lieu of. Okay, so in lieu of is something which should be used technically in formal English. Yeah. Now, before we proceed towards understanding how should we use this word, in lieu of in sentences, let's first understand what is the meaning of this word. Okay, so that we can correctly use it. So, yes, the meaning of in lieu of is instead of. Okay, so like in normal English, we say instead of, in informal English, we say instead of, or it also means in place of. Okay, so instead of, in place of. So, whenever you have to use these words instead of, in place of, you can substitute it with in lieu of, especially in formal English. Okay, so at workplaces, in business correspondence, anywhere, anything that's formal, you can use in lieu of. That's the best word to use. Okay, so instead of or in place of, substitute it with in lieu of. Yeah, so let's look at few examples so that it gets even clear. Okay, it gets even clearer. What is it now? Look at the first example. What is the first example? First example says Professor Shivangi will take lecture in lieu of Professor Ganesh. This is a full stop, okay? Ignore the comma. In lieu of. So if you say, I can very well substitute this for instead of, okay? So Professor Shivangi will take lecture instead of Professor Ganesh, or Professor Shivangi will take lecture in place of Professor Ganesh. Now, when I say will take lecture, so this again seems to be a very formal context. What is this formal context? Wherein you are making an announcement to the students. Okay, it could be an educational institute wherein you are addressing the students, you're making an announcement to the students, or even if you are writing it to the students, you're addressing the students, and it's a formal environment. Okay, it's formal English. So here, instead of, in place of looks a bit informal. Yeah, so it's always better to use this word in lieu of. Yeah, so Professor Shivangi will take lecture in lieu of Professor Ganesh. Look at the second one. The company is allowing workers to receive cash in lieu of vacation time. Now, in what does this sentence mean? That instead of giving vacation time to the workers, or in place of giving vacation time to the workers, the company is allowing workers to receive what? To receive cash. Okay, now this is again a formal English. So, wherein it is something which comes from an HR policy of the organization. So, instead of giving vacation time, what are we going to give you? We are going to allow you to receive some cash for it. Okay, so again, formal English, business correspondence, this is business English. Okay, so it comes from HR policy. So in lieu of is absolutely correct. Okay, instead of, in place of, in this kind of sentences looks very low profile. Okay, it comes across as if your English is really not polished and your business English is absolutely not polished or refined. Okay, so make use of this word in lieu of. Then the third one, the owner of the property claimed equity in lieu of rent. Now, again, what does this mean? Instead of demanding rent, or instead or in place of demanding rent, what is the property owner claiming? He's actually claiming ownership. Equity is nothing but some kind of ownership he's claiming. Okay, so again, a formal situation, hence a formal English for business English. So we can say in lieu of. Yeah. So I hope this video has made it very clear when can you make use of in lieu of, and you can start doing it in your business correspondence, in your formal English. Okay. Now let's take some action. If you have seen this video completely, and if you have understood what is, what's there in this video, what's the concept all about, I really want you to do what? to make some sentences, make minimum two, even one is fine. So, okay, just make one sentence using this word in lieu of. It should be a formal English. It should be a business situation. Okay, just make it, just give it a shot, just make it and put it in your comments. I would love to read them. Yeah. So in this video, this is all about it. And next time, let's meet you soon with something new, something valuable, something which will definitely help you elevate your English quotient and make your English error free. Thank you so much and goodbye.